to the Pick It and Flick It podcast. I'm Luke.
I'm Natasha.
I'm Vox.
And I'm checking in from an underground Illinois sewer right now, where I've been for the last 4 years.
Well, I'm glad that you addressed that because I didn't think you were going to, and you already had like an audio pop, so I was like, okay, well, this is going to start and end very, very rough, I think.
You always just assume I'm just not going to do things, and then I do exactly what you
and that's it.
We're hoping I would.
You're always keeping me on my toes, man.
That's right. I got to get you exercising somehow.
Oh, boy.
Luke, are you Pennywise? Is that why you're in the sewer?
No, I'm actually Michael Myers.
What?
Oh, is that why you're in the sewer?
Because tonight we watched the 13th Halloween movie, which we can officially dethrone Jason as having the longest mainstream slasher series. I mean, obviously Puppet Master and Children of the Corn and shit have had more, but, you know, Jason had those big 12 for a long time, and now Michael Myers is the king.
I just can't fathom the fact that there's 13 of these movies and now only 3 of them or 4 of them are canon.
You get really hung up on in the minutia of the canon, but there have been about 5 or 6 timelines of this fucking series.
So is he not her sister?
No.
Or she's not his sister?
We knew what you meant.
Okay.
But no.
I don't know. I've always just thought that no matter what, she is Michael Myers' sister.
No, because the new timeline, Luke, correct me if I'm wrong.
I will.
Only the first movie matters now. And it's not established until the second movie that she's Michael Myers' sister.
Oh my God.
And as you know, Vox, we are currently knee-deep in production of my video at youtube.com/confusedreviews.
That's right.
That's right. Rob Zombie's Halloween, which is one of the biggest piles of dog shit I've ever seen. And that one heavily, leans into the Michael Myers sister fuckery, but...
And the big R word.
And the big R word.
And the big R word. So it's clearly got a leg up on this movie, because there's no R words in this movie.
I mean, there might be, but... but that would be in the decision-making of the film, but we'll get to that. But no. So... The first movie works, and a lot of people forget or don't understand that it works because he's motiveless. You have no idea what he's doing, and he just kills, and he's almost an agent of fate. And then in the second movie, John Carpenter got really drunk one night and was like, "What if they were brother and sister?" And then that became the catalyst for every one of these goddamn movies going forward. They always lean into family because it's about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
That's right. It's always about family. I feel like a lot of these franchises now are about family, I don't know. To start off, I'm glad that they did the third recap of the series in the beginning of this movie as if fans don't already know what the fuck was happening. So.
Well, I felt like they recapped the movie before Halloween Kills. Because I don't remember Halloween Kills at all.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay.
But the one before that
was
Halloween. Just Halloween? Okay,
yeah,
so I remembered that one, and then I completely forgot what happened in Halloween Kills. And the only recap they did was, my parents are dead, and now I live with my grandma.
Huh.
Well, because the dad got killed at the end of 2018.
Right.
Yeah.
And Karen got brutally fucking murdered at the end of Evil Dies Tonight. And
yes,
I mean that really is. It was. I just want to go out on a limb. Because we haven't talked about this yet.
No,
I really liked Halloween Ends.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I liked it quite a bit.
Oh, see, I didn't.
What?
I didn't like this movie at all, but it wasn't. So this is a hard
he's joking.
thing.
I'm not.
You're serious?
I actually really liked this movie.
Oh wow! So for me,
I'm not even pulling a bit.
I did a lot of thinking on this today.
And had we done it right away, I probably would have felt differently. But I've come around.
Yeah, you thought on it for a minute. You probably read a couple of reviews, and
Not even that. I had to marinate on it.
Okay.
underwhelmed, but then upon reflection, I went,
Okay.
I actually enjoyed what they did there.
So for me, this is the same like opinion I have about Season of the Witch, where this is a decent movie. I would even go as far to say that it's a good movie. It's just not a good Halloween movie. You know,
But what if I were to say it kind of was?
it kind of was a good Halloween movie.
It kind of was.
I would have to say that I disagree, but please enlighten me with your thoughts.
So, I knew right away. The movie starts, and I immediately bent over with the person I went with, and I went, "That's the font from Season of the Witch," and I knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
I knew something was
Yeah.
something was going on because they used the fonts from the last two movies, and then I saw that
Yep.
baby blue text pop up, and I said, "Uh-oh, something's gonna happen here."
Yeah.
I knew it looked
And-
familiar.
Well, not even that. I would say that the intro progression, like the animation with the pumpkins like coming out of each other, that reminded me of Season of the Witch too. Like very stop motiony kind of, you know, I wouldn't say creepy, but it reminds me of like the pumpkin mask, you know.
Yeah, but Season of the Witch was original. This just movie was just not.
Okay, keep going, Luke. Keep going.
So, well, first of all, the jack-o'-lanterns coming in and out of each other. That's it's because the evil transfers. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep, got it.
I don't know. I think the first thing I was saying to people when I left was it almost seems like they wanted to have been making a different movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
A rom-com, maybe?
Oh yeah.
I don't know about all that, but
A
There
horror
were
rom?
two love stories in like the first half hour of this movie.
Tosh literally paused it and was like, "We're only 30 minutes in, and there's like two full-fledged like developing couples here, both with Laurie Strode and my boy Will, and what's his name, Corey, and
the Corey Cunningham Chronicles is what I'm assuming this movie's going to be remembered more fondly as, because it was very strange watching a movie with such, character work. They spent a lot of time going in on character stuff, which I didn't think these movies could do. I
yeah,
didn't think
and
they were allowed to.
I didn't mind that at all. Like we finally got some strange empathy towards characters that we didn't necessarily needed empathy for because they were getting their family slaughtered through the entire franchise. But like the thing that weirded me out the most is just how affectionate Allison became to Corey like right away.
Yeah, like she was instantly flirting and it felt awkward.
Very.
Well, have you
awkward.
seen everyone in that town? They're all a bunch of fucking uggos. I mean,
Well, it's just
well, you think she's gonna go for fucking Doug Heffernan, who keeps fucking trying to
Ew.
pull her over for no reason?
Oh
Like,
yeah, that guy was weird, man.
was creepy.
He gave me some bad vibes, dude. Very bad vibes. I don't know.
Well, all of the guys that she could have pursued were killed in Halloween.
Ends or kills or what's the name of this movie again?
No, in the first
Halloween ends.
Halloween End. No, okay, Halloween Kills and Halloween. All of her love interests were killed in that movie.
Yeah, see, now we need to get a map here to justify what we're watching and where we're
Well,
watching
because
it.
Cameron got killed in the last movie, fucking horrifically.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the guy on the fence?
No, that's Cameron.
Oh, gee, see, I'm all confused. There's just too many goddamn characters.
Or wait, hold on. No,
Right.
Cameron was. Hold on.
See?
Uh,
See? That's
what
I'm
the
talking-
fuck was his name? Oliver?
I don't know,
Who
man.
was her boyfriend?
Oscar. Oscar was the one on the fence. I know
Okay.
you're.
Good.
Because when the lights kept flashing on and off, and he would get closer, and then he like. I know what you're talking about. That was from 2018.
There were really good kills in Halloween Kills, though, from what I remember. But
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how did that one black lady who got the fluorescent light bulb fucking stabbed into her neck? She just was fine. She just made it.
Well, she can't talk anymore.
or walk.
I couldn't. I don't know if I buy that. I thought she was toast.
Speaking of things that we don't buy, can I rant a minute on this?
I
Because
suppose.
here's what I don't buy. The fact that Laurie Strode, who has had her entire life dedicated to, being paranoid and locked away from Michael Myers so that she doesn't, get killed, is just out of nowhere, like totally fine with living alone. The guy was locked up, like in the intro to this series, like the guy was locked up in a maximum security prison, and then she was boarding her fucking windows and loading her guns while he was in prison the entire time. But the fact that this guy's just running around free after the end of the last movie, she's just like, I'm going to buy a house and live with my granddaughter.
Well, he's been gone for 4 years.
It doesn't fucking matter. He was locked away for like, 40, 50 years? And then
40. Yeah.
whatever. And then all of a sudden she's just like, I'm fine. It just...
Well, I mean, you can't dwell on the past. You just got to keep moving on, even though that was your whole character before.
I was going to say, what do you mean you can't dwell on the past? She was dwelling on it for 40 years.
I hate that they made her the villain in this movie. Like the town was against her.
Yeah.
Well, Haddonfield was almost like a major character in this movie. I mean, as a collective. And I really enjoyed that because, towns get, especially small towns like this, this is probably a lot for them to handle. It's not like in the real world where every other day a school's getting, pow. But
yeah. I don't disagree with you on that, actually. We've talked about this before,
you gotta
but
find someone to blame.
yeah. But I grew up in a small town, you couldn't fart without people knowing that you farted. And
Definitely not you.
Not me. I agree with that statement, though, Luke, that the town itself was a bit of a character because no matter where you went, everyone knew, oh, you're the child murderer. Oh, you're the one who provoked some mentally handicapped guy and made him go crazy. That was said multiple times,
And bringing it back as a callback to our Sleepaway Camp episode, which I recently listened to.
Whoa.
I said every great movie starts with vicious child murder, and what do we get?
Yeah.
At the beginning of Halloween Ends,
Vicious child
a
murder.
little twerp, who's just being a complete asshole.
Yeah.
Who he just passes away.
I think
That was brutal.
I
I was
think that was
not
my favorite
expecting
kill.
that to happen.
I think that kill, I was just like, yay! And then after all the other kills, I was not interested in after that.
The guy who got the fucking blowtorch to the mouth. Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
good on that.
You're right. That one was a good one. I
The
totally forgot
DJ?
about that one.
That got his
The
tongue
DJ
ripped
got
out?
a good one too. Yeah, Willie the Kid.
Nah, I didn't really care about that one.
Which, before we go away and forget about that, your boy has an indirect connection to this franchise now.
How's that?
Do you remember the blonde lady in the radio station with Willie? She gets killed off screen.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You see her for a brief few seconds. Her name's Diana Prince, okay? And she is on a show called Joe Bob's Last Drive-In, which is on Shudder.
Okay.
He used to be a horror host on TNT back in the 90s. It doesn't matter. Point is, he's still doing it, and that lady Diana, she is like a character on that show. And those Oscars videos I do with people over at Horror Addicts every year,
Yeah.
she was on the last few of those, and so was your boy. So that's as close as I'll get to this franchise
There you go.
because of that lady.
The 7 Degrees of Separation or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
right?
6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever.
Yeah, that too. Couple of
So I'm
strange.
basically Laurie Strode
Pretty much.
indirectly.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty accurate. You're basically Corey. I mean, at this point,
Oh, he's evil.
Evil dies tonight, though.
It did die.
I was disappointed that we didn't hear that in this movie.
I'm not.
I wasn't.
I wanted a nice little callback.
I think they said it enough
I didn't.
times in the last movie.
I
I
was.
would have did what that one hospital inmate did at the hospital.
Oh, and just cry a little.
Yeah,
Jump out
that's
the
what I meant.
window.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything in this movie that you don't like, Luke? Let's give the 4 listeners what they came here for, to have
Not really.
confused reviews.
I quite enjoyed this.
You didn't dislike anything in this movie?
I mean, not really.
Wow. I am now nervous to hear what you rated this.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
I don't know, man. So he's always been called the Shape in this franchise, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's something.
And and I just, was it established in any of the other movies that he was supernatural?
Well, these movies have been putting a lot of emphasis on the why, but I don't know. Okay, so there's something I didn't like.
Okay.
I liked.
Here we go.
I liked him seeing into Corey and kind of. I don't know. It was like. It was like your classic being corrupted by evil story.
Yeah. Okay.
And like losing your humanity, your humility. Like this kid was just trying. He didn't take the fucking beer. He just wanted his chalky milk. Okay.
Right.
And I don't know. I liked that stuff. And Michael not killing him instantly. That's fine. I mean, I liked a lot of what they did. I didn't like the one shot where it's like him in the sewer and he like just pretty much beats the shit out of Michael Myers. I didn't like that.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, and I think I said this out loud while we were watching it. I'm like, okay, so Michael's now just been living in the sewer so long that he's weak enough where some kid can just come in and like slap him around.
Right. And take his mask.
And pick him up and throw him on the ground. I was like, what? Very strange. Very confusing. But that's the Shape for you. We just never know when he's going to be supernatural and when he's not. Because
it changes shape.
Well, the thing that I took, and this is just from a guy who's not obsessed with these movies like you are, I took it as like every time he kills, he gets more energy, right? And he gets his abilities back just a little bit more. So he's got to keep killing to feed that evil inside of him. And when Corey goes in and says, you have something that I want, and pulls the mask off of him, it was almost like Corey became like supernatural. Like he was picking people up off the ground and stabbing a knife through their stomachs and like having them mount on a wall, which logistically didn't like that kill either, which is the redheaded bimbo nurse.
Yeah.
Well, that's that call back to the first movie.
Well, I'm just saying I didn't like, it doesn't make sense to me that Corey, who is not a supernatural.
That wasn't Corey. That was Michael Myers did that one.
No.
He pinned that bitch to the wall. What are you talking about? He was looking
Yeah,
in
that was Michael
from
Myers.
the patio.
Yeah.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, regardless. Don't care. Hated the kill.
Another thing that I didn't like about the movie was
Hated
that
the kill. That was one of the only fucking kills Michael actually did in this movie.
yeah.
Well, that's because Michael wasn't in this movie at all.
I would have been fine if he hadn't at all to be.
I feel like it would have been better if he wasn't in it at all, honestly. But
And that's what I wanted to say. But when we get to the ending, that was the thing I probably didn't like the most was the ending. But we'll get there.
Okay. Go ahead, Tosh.
I didn't like that they made it that Allison didn't get the promotion because she wasn't the one that was sleeping with the doctor. Like,
That's real life, baby.
can we be over this? It's not, though. You don't get one up because you're sleeping with someone. I mean, I work in a pretty much women-based career right now, so I guess I don't really know how that works, but I'm sure that's not actually.
Well,
With all the sexual harassment and stuff, I feel like someone would have said something. I don't know.
it's the classic
I
sexist
can't be here
trope.
for it.
Come on. We got to do the sexist trope. Just get it all together. I'm more disappointed that there wasn't a tasteful titty in this movie.
We almost got one.
We almost got one, but it didn't happen. I thought the redhead was gonna pop out.
I thought after Michael and Corey did their little killing spree together, and then it cut to a shot of Corey riding through the night with someone. I honestly thought it was Michael Myers for a few seconds.
Could you imagine if there was just like a tag team going on? Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I don't know. The slug of this movie was that middle portion. I think it started really strong. And the middle part is kind of where I was like, wow, this movie's dragging out. I think it picks back up a little bit when Laurie puts in her suicide call and then shoots a pumpkin.
I was about to be real pissed if she died that way
Oh, I
by
couldn't
committing
imagine.
suicide.
I couldn't imagine.
Honestly, I wouldn't have doubted it because I was getting. This was what The Last Jedi could have been.
Yeah.
Because this subverted my expectations.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily enjoy like the character Allison again. The last movie she was more just like a helpless victim. This movie she was like trying to be, I don't know, more aggressive in her stance, but just came off as kind of like a horny bitch. So didn't much like that. But I think the end, I don't know how you feel about the end, as you mentioned earlier, Luke, but like I think the end did a nice job of wrapping things up real quick.
Oh, see, I was a complete opposite. I thought it was fucking horribly forced. It was tacked on, and I read about a day or two ago that they reshot the entire finale.
Stop it.
And I fucking knew it, because I have a strong feeling what they wanted to do was either the whole time or most of the time they wanted to do a Halloween or a Friday the 13th A New Beginning where it wasn't Michael killing and he was dead the whole time, and that was what she was gonna, like, when she pulls the mask off after she shoots him. And like I'd have been fine with that being the ending of the movie, but they had to do the big fight where two senile old people somehow do some WWE moves, and I know you noticed the part where after he cuts his hand open, it looked like Jason in the final chapter. I liked that.
I got some Saw like 7 vibes from that, where they like shove their hands through the they have to give the blood, and they shove their hands through the table saws, and finally lifts up the hand, and the hand's like split in half. Remember that?
Yeah.
Anyone remember that? I think it was Saw 7.
I don't even. I've never seen a Saw film.
Oh Jesus. I didn't like the throw him in the grinder thing.
Oh, that was. I mean, if you mess with Kirk, you go in the grinder.
Yeah, and I also didn't like the fact that my boy Will Patton, who's obviously Frank Hawkins, was like, "Let's do this the right way," and just radioed over the police radio like, "Everybody, we got him," and just drove him around town, like paraded him around town on the hood of this car.
Yeah, it was like a funeral procession.
It was really weird.
Them all going to the junkyard.
And then everyone who's been like shitting on Laurie Strode the entire movie is just like, "Good job. You did it. Let's throw him in the grinder," like some ASMR bullshit that you see on TikTok, just grinding shit up. I don't know. That was a weird way for him to go out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm shocked they gave him such a conclusive ending as he gets thrown in the grinder.
Yeah. How long before we see a new Halloween movie?
Oh, 5 years or less.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a reboot.
The first thing I said as soon as we were leaving the theater was they put Michael Myers in the Blumhouse logo.
Oh yeah, I saw that with the Purge people, and who else was in there? I can't remember, but I remember it panning out, and there was Michael Myers, and then next was the Purge, and I was like, wow, I'm like, look at that.
So they're definitely
they're keeping him around.
Yeah, they'll keep him around. I would honestly, if you're gonna do it again, stop with all this. Stop. Don't bring fucking Jamie Lloyd back. Don't bring Ben Tramer back. Just make a movie where a fucking slasher just does his thing, and you don't have to explain everything. Just
Yeah.
go back to or do the anthology shit again. Season of the Witch is my second favorite of these fucking stupid ass movies.
I would say that's pretty accurate for myself too, after like way further reflection on that movie. I mean, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much as I did as if I didn't watch it with you. And that's true, because like I was just not interested in seeing a Halloween movie that didn't have Michael Myers in it, and you were like, wait, just hear me out. And
you know what I've come to realize after Halloween ends, those tend to be the better movies.
Yeah, of course.
The ones without Michael Myers in them.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. It's just he's become such a character that we expect to do one thing, and then when he doesn't do the things we're expecting, we're mad. So, and they keep trying to change him, like, let's make him do stuff that we're not expecting. Like, fans will love it. And
here's the meat and potatoes of this. I have given, because I know we're getting to the scores here.
Yes.
I'll let you know how I rank the trilogy as well as where this goes in my ranking of all of them. But I've given all of these movies the same number. So
shut up.
I swear to God, all three of these in this trilogy.
Wow. Well, I'll kick it off by saying here at Pick It and Flick It, we rate our movies two different ways. The first being pick or flick. Pick being it's worth watching. Flick being don't bother. It's not worth it. And then we also just to give it a better scale, rated on 1 to 10, so that you can kind of see where we're sitting. Tasha, do you want to kick it off? Do you have your score?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick or flick from you.
Flick.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's like 12 other Halloween movies to watch. Watch one of those instead of this one.
I couldn't agree more. I'm also flicking this one.
Couldn't be me because I'm giving this a big old pick. Big thumbs up.
I figured as much. Tasha, 1 out of 10.
4.
Oh, that's brutal. I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 10 as well. Luke,
and that's okay.
Drum
Evil
roll.
died tonight, and I gave this a 6.
Oh, a big fat 6 from Luke.
I give all of this trilogy a 6. And
I think that that's pretty fair. I mean, Halloween 2018 surprised us all, I think.
that could have been the end. That was a good singular,
Yes.
just one and
Yeah.
done.
I think that movie
but they can't
surprised
do
us. Halloween Kills, I thoroughly enjoyed Halloween Kills. If you guys remember, I gave Halloween Kills a fucking 8. Okay? I really, really liked Halloween Kills. I thought there was a lot going on. There was a lot of action. There was a lot of murder. And Halloween Ends was just lacking that. There wasn't a lot going on.
Yeah, there wasn't enough murder in this one. And it was predictable. Like, I feel like they tried to do a lot that was like foreshadowing, but it just came off as predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like they set something up and then they paid it off later. Ew.
Yeah, we can't have that, though, Luke. It just doesn't make any sense.
Like, the whole time, I feel like whenever they were in the junkyard, they were showing the grinder. And I'm like, something's going to happen with that grinder later. And then it did. And
Yep.
then...
The only thing I think they missed out...
Setups and payoffs, Grody.
I think the only
like
thing
that.
they missed out on was having Corey run over by a car, because he was obviously almost hit like 4 times in this
Right.
fucking movie.
Well, this was basically a Christine remake when you get down to business. So I understand.
If anyone's stuck around this far, they deserve to hear your list, if you want to go into it, of all of these amazing movies from worst to best.
Because that's the thing is this is probably my hottest of takes for ranking these fucking movies.
All right.
So should I go bottom to top?
Yeah. Do worst to best. Do worst to
Okay.
best.
So obviously Halloween Resurrection takes the bottom slot. Fuck that dog shit ass movie.
Which one is that? That's 6?
That's the one. No, that's 8 with
8.
Busta Rhymes.
Oh, Jesus.
So Trick or Treat, motherfucker. But then number 12 is The Curse of Michael Myers. Producer's cut and not. It sucks. Is the last one with Donald Pleasance. Paul Rudd was in it. It doesn't.
Oh yeah,
matter.
Paul Rudd. We watched that one,
Oh,
or
yes.
part of
Sucks.
that one recently. Anyways.
Number 11 is Halloween 5. Just a complete stinker.
Oh, that's the one with the little girl in the clown suit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the weird music when the cops are there, and Donald Pleasance continues to be unhinged. But
yeah, I remember that.
After that is the 2007 remake. Enough
Uh-oh.
said.
Uh-oh.
Above
Careful.
that is Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie, which I like a little more.
It's
It's just
some
so weird.
foreshadowing here.
Then H2O, which I just, it's whatever. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
I mean, all the stuff without Lori in it is boring and stupid, but when she's there, it's cool. So
Oh, the guy from The Faculty is in that.
Oh.
he is. That's Josh Hartnett. But anyway,
Sorry.
Halloween 4, which I like the feel of that movie, but it's I don't know who said it, but I think I was talking to CJ the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, people call it the original, but worse."
Ooh.
It is. It was the original, The Force Awakens, but
Okay.
where you just kind of make the same one again.
Mhm.
But it's fine.
Of course.
Then Halloween Kills at number
Ooh,
6.
Whoa.
Evil Dies Tonight.
Damn.
I like that movie a lot, but it has one of the worst screenplays I've ever fucking seen. I don't know what happened there. Then we got Halloween 2.
Okay.
It was the first of many disappointments in this. Like, I wish they had done more. I like how they recreated the ending, like, so it's like all one night. I like that.
Yeah.
And I like how that could be the end as well, because they both fucking die. But that's
Well, yep.
that was 40 years ago. So
That's true. Yep.
at number 4, I have Halloween Ends.
What?
Oh my god, dude. Dude.
It might even go higher upon reflection, but I doubt
up.
it. 'cause-
All right, so your top 5 or your top 3 is super easy then.
Okay, read it back.
It's got to be 3 is gonna be number 2,
Jesus.
but 2018 Halloween 18.
Yeah, it goes. I call that movie Halloween Returns. It should have just been called that. 'Cause
Okay.
It returns, it kills, and then it ends, but it's fine.
And then obviously
Yeah.
2 is Season of the Witch, and number 1 is
course.
the OG. Yeah, that's
Of course.
yeah, that's
And I'm pretty happy with this list, to be honest with you. And I know no one agrees or thinks this movie was any good, but I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm assuming it'll have one of those where after a few years people start to come back around on it, because I love reading. This is the worst one of them all, and no, it's not. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I don't think
'Cause
it's the worst one of them all, but
I mean the internet.
oh yeah, the
zeitgeist,
internet
I guess.
itself, yeah.
Not you specifically.
I think the trilogy itself is rated as release. 2018 being the best, Kills being in the middle, and then Ends being the worst of the 3.
See, I'll take this weird esoteric shit any day where evil gets transferred and you see Michael get a little power up when he kills the cop. Like, whatever. I don't care.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Luke likes it.
I did.
Luke likes something that he's been passionate about for a long time,
I can walk.
which is great. We only have a few more days left in the Halloween extravaganza. Luke has been popping in and out, so if you have any interest in hearing what he has to say, you can always check him out on his YouTube channel, Confused Reviews, or
You can do @Confused Reviews now. Now they have handles.
wow.
So you can @Confused Reviews and you'll find
And
me.
there you go.
Cool.
You'll pop right up. And then you can also go back and check out any of the movies that we've done that have the blue backgrounds this month. Luke's on those. So you can hear his overarching opinions and some more in-depth detail on movies that Tosh and I don't provide because, we're not movie nerds like Luke is. So
No.
that's that.
But don't unsubscribe because Luke isn't on every single one.
That's right.
please.
Well, actually, we've gained like 3 subscribers this month.
Oh,
so
good.
there we go.
After losing a few.
The internet's just taking this and running with it.
That's right. That's right. But until next time.
Bye.